Minneapolis, you saw that. But this is, I mean, it was too late. Was it like 10 days? And the police are excellent, but they're not allowed to do their job. Now they want to defund the entire department. There's not going to be anybody to protect you. And the people are starting to go wild. And that's why I'm going to win the state of Minnesota. I'm going to win Minnesota. That's right. But you remember that beautiful day? It was 10 days late. You had these people from CNN and other places. These are friendly protests. It's a lovely thing to say. As he's getting rocks and cans of tuna fish. They go out and buy tuna fish and soup. You know that, right? Goya, I hope. Goya, he's great, isn't he? Good guy. They go out and buy Goya because they throw it. They throw it. It's the perfect weight. Tuna fish, they can really rip it, right? And that hits you. No, it's true. Bumblebee, brand tuna. And you can throw that sucker, you can put a curve on it, you can do whatever the hell you want. And the cops in Chicago, you saw it, they're going like this. It was terrible. And they're not allowed to fight back. They're not allowed to fight back. These guys, if they fight back, nobody's going to be there very long throwing things. But they throw, but they're professionals, they're anarchists, and they're paid for by outside stupid rich people. They're stupid people. And by the way, you know the first ones that get wiped out? If they ever, they don't have a shot, by the way, I tell you that. But if they ever did, the first ones that would get wiped out are the stupid people that gave them the money to do this stuff. Those are the people that would get wiped out first. But you know, they're very smart. Everything is perfect, right? You ever see where they drop the bricks along the thing in a bag, and then they drop, everyone picks them up, throws them at our great police? We're not going to let that stuff happen. But this is all in it doesn't happen with Republicans. I was with Greg Abbott. I was with Ron DeSantis, Texas and Florida, and other governors. They can't even believe a thing like that can happen. But they get caught. They're walking up, they have like 30 cans of soup. They have like 25 cans of tuna. They get caught. I'm bringing this home to my family. How dare you stop me? No, no, no. They use it as ammunition. It's terrible. So we said to the governor, we said, we want to go in and we want to take over Portland. It'll take us literally a half hour, maybe less. We'll march through. And you saw a little dose of it. Minneapolis, the governor finally said, go in. We have the National Guard. And remember that beautiful sight? The street was a mess. That idiot reporter from CNN got hit on the knee with a canister of tear gas, right? And he went down. I've been hit. I've been hit. He been hit. The one with the shaved hair, maybe I'll do that one day. I'll give it up. I'll say, better shave it. But he went down and he didn't like it. He was hit. Police brutality. Remember that. What these people were doing, they're throwing rocks, they're throwing everything they can at the police. Okay, now the National Guard forms, and we just saw the one guy come out in a black uniform, right? The uniform costs approximately $250,000. They got infrared stuff, they got more equipment, and they walked in and they've got the tear gas, they've got everything you can possibly have, right? Pepper spray. They don't want you to use tear gas anymore. In some places, like I think in Milwaukee, they said no tear gas, no pepper spray. How the hell do you keep, big crowds back? You can't. So the police all quit. They all quit. They said, we can't do it. But you remember they went out, and you had one, then you had 2, 3, 4, then you had 5, 6, 7. All of a sudden, they started pouring in. They were getting off the buses. They came from a different locale. And then you had a line of them, and there was no social distancing, unfortunately. In fact, I was going to turn them in because they were right next to each other. They were right next to each other. They were touching arms, and they had big, strong arms like these guys right over here. They were big, strong guys. That's all right. And they were, like, together. And then you saw the first line. Then you saw the second line. Then you saw a third line. Then you saw a fourth line. And then they said, march. They never halted. Just walked right through, cleaned everything out. And Minneapolis was cured. They were cured. They grabbed them, they grabbed them, they grabbed them. They were grabbing them left and right. Sometimes they grabbed one guy. I'm a reporter. Get out of here. They threw him aside like he was a little bag of popcorn. But I mean, honestly, when you watch the crap that we've all had to take so long, when you see that, it's actually, you don't want to do that, but when you see it, it's actually a beautiful sight. It's a beautiful sight. And they had the same thing on some other streets, and the whole thing was gone. And I haven't heard of any real problem in Minneapolis since that happened. I mean, they were just burning down the city, and that idiot was standing there. This is a friendly protest, and behind him was like 10 blocks of fire. It's a classic. I don't know. Has anybody, do you know what I'm talking about? So I just have such respect, but you have to let these great professionals do what they do best. You have to let them do it's called law and order. We need law and order. It's a Democrat phenomenon. And if they win, Sleepy Joe, if they win, because he has no power over these people are crazed lunatics. If they win, your cities will be like this. You'll lose all rights. Your Constitution will be worthless. It'll be a terrible, terrible thing. And I'm not even sure that after some time listening to that and going along with that, I'm not even sure the country can ever recover. That's how bad it would be. I'm not sure it can ever recover. Over Labor Day, left-wing radicals rampaged through Pittsburgh, harassing diners at restaurants. I saw that one. That was horrible. No, I saw that, right? I saw that. The one guy grabs a woman, an older woman. She's eating a steak. He grabbed the steak and started eating it. Then he threw it back on the plate. An outdoor place. And the husband standing there like, you know, they're afraid for their lives. It was a terrible thing. That should never be allowed to happen. A thing like that should just be closed up before it ever gets started. That was terrible. Remember that? An older woman. Last week, after a police officer shot a knife-wielding assailant, over 100 rioters rampaged in Lancaster, went to school right nearby, looting businesses, setting fires, and assaulting police officers with rocks and bricks and glass. You saw that? Joe Biden has the support of violent left-wing extremists. He never once mentioned the words law and order during their entire Democrat National Convention. Never once. They didn't talk about the riots. They didn't talk about anything having to do with law and order and respect and our great police. They didn't do it. They didn't talk about it. It's not a subject. They will rip your cities apart, and they will go to your suburbs. For all of those people in the suburbs that I'm reading about, they will go to your suburbs next. I have the support of America's law enforcement heroes. I was recently honored to be endorsed by the largest group of police and police representatives in the country. We're endorsed by everybody. We're joined by Butler County, Mike Sloop. Thank you, Mike. As well as two sheriffs who just changed their registrations. Oh, that's nice. To become Republicans. They were longtime Democrats. Oh, who are those two sheriffs? Whoa. Thank you. That's Fayette County Sheriff James Custer and Forest County Sheriff Bob Wolfgang. Where's Bob? Stand up, fellas. Thank you. Were you longtime Democrats? How the hell did that happen, right? Well, this is somewhat of a phenomena. You know, this is crazy what's going on now. And it can be stopped so easily. And you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you very much. It's an honor to have you in the party.